Thank you. Hi, good evening, and welcome to Life is Too Short. We have great pleasure. Tonight we have Lesley Traynor, Nicole Carter, and Blair Ritchie, who's going to read a new poem for us tonight. Blair, aren't you?
It's a new old poem.
It's a new old poem he's going to read tonight. So we'll kick off with Blair tonight.
What?
Yes. Ready with his glasses.
Basically, I wrote this way back in 2012 because what it was, there was the Andrew Crummy tapestry, and there was a poetry competition about Battle of Preston Pans. I'd written a verse, but for reasons unknown, I was asked to judge it, so I didn't get a chance to actually do my wee poem. So expanding it later on, it's basically about the aftermath of the Battle of Preston Pans. You know, the famous poem, How Johnny Cope Be Walking Yet, and the last verse is, Johnny Cope to Dunbar came, he's fair with all your men, the deal came for a dinner ken, I left him in the morning. He was chided for the only general history to bring news of his own defeat. But what's less known is, he actually went down to London and got a bet of £10,000. The next person to fight the Jacobites was defeated, and sure enough, his replacement, General Hawley, was defeated at the Battle of Falkirk. So now Johnny Cope was a rich man, even though his reputation was in tatters. Anyway, this is like it's called the tale. It's the letter that John Cope might have sent to General Hawley after the Battle of Falkirk. General Hawley was called Hangman Hawley because he was a notorious hanger and flogger of his own men. Anyway, it's the same vein as Hi Johnny Cope. Yes. John Cope, he came to London town. Folks there said, there's that daft loon that galloped off when the chips were doon and left his bed in the morning. John Cope, he thought, this isn't recht. These Highlanders like a bonny fecht. Anyone would get a flecht when he saw the claymores in the morning. So John Cope placed her best right down an unco sum, £10,000, that said his replacement would come undone when he faced the clans in the morning. The orders for General Hawley came, to defeat the rebels was his aim, to crush the Jacobites and then ride hame, and be a hero in the morning. Now Hawley's repute was somewhat sair, of his men welfare he didn't care. The lash and the gallows he didn't spare, when he drove his troops in the morning. Near Falkirk too the armies fought, Hawley's muskets were brought to naught, his veterans scarcely fired a shot, before the clans were upon them in the morning. Once more the Jacobites had won the fray, Hawley's troops seemed to melt away, Hawley been beat that day, and the gibbet started swinging in the morning. And Johnny Cope wrote, Hi General Hawley, are you hanging yet? Or are your gibbets swinging yet? But dinna fret, I've won my bets, I wish you a very good morning. Yeah.
So, okay, so I'm going to invite Nicole, please. If you could please unmute Nicole, and read a poem. Do you have one?
Still muted.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I'll just get this. Right, this is one of my poems from the new book, Gung Ho. So it's actually, it talks about a time when I was an outdoor activities instructor working at Castle Toward over on the West Coast. And before it closed down, I think it closed down a few years ago now. I don't know if I've done this one before. It's called Mud Swamp Malarkey. So here we go. Right. So I just had to get it there. So, right, Mud Swamp Malarkey. Right, guys, line up here. If you don't want to go through, just walk around the side, up that way, please. I'd prepared them all for this, mentally and physically, wrapped up in waterproofs and wellies. This was the surprise I'd promised them when they'd complained about not wanting to go out in the rain. But just wait till you see what we're going to do that wouldn't be possible if there'd been no rain. This was one of my favourite activities to take the kids on, the mud swamp. I knew exactly what would happen, but they didn't. This was going to be so funny and silly. Right after 3, we're going to race through this mud. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! Mayhem ensues. Kid 1 gets stuck. Kid 2 gets stuck. Kid 3 makes it to the end. Kid 4 loses her wellies. Kid 5 gets stuck. Kid 6 falls and gets covered in mud. Kid 7 loses a wellie. Kid 8 makes it to the end. Kid 9 throws mud at Kid 10. Kid 10 throws mud at me. I get stuck and lose a wellie. Kid 4 gets her wellies back. So does Kid 7 and me. We all eventually make it through. So much laughter, so much fun, so many complaints about being muddy. I say, don't worry, we can get the mud washed off at the beach just over the road. Now it's 16 years later. I'm wondering if any of those kids remember our awesome mud swamp malarkey. That's it.
Thank you so much, Nicole. That was brilliant. Thank you. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Can I just ask which book that was from?
It's from the new one that I'm putting together. I've got 10 written so far. It's called Gung Ho.
Oh, brilliant. Looking forward to hearing more of that. Thank you so much, Nicole.
Thank you.
Lesley, can we invite you to read a poem, or you have some prose?
Sure. I'm going to read a poem from this, and this was a joint project between some Scottish poets and Italian eco-poets. You may have heard of Helen Moore, who's from up north. And Helen very kindly, who I met, and I think we both met her at the National Library's Christmas fair. And she did a very nice signature. I don't know if you can see that. Lovely. All about fierce women. And I was just been talking about not sleeping at night, all weird things happening, you know. I don't know whether it's lockdown or whatever. Anyway, this is called How We Sleep at Night by Helen Moore. It's not just the swift action pills knocked back with a double shot of whiskey that block the demons, the shakes, all that squats below the surface, nor booze, dope and other drugs which numb us through, switch off the mind, where farmed up monkeys' eyes are burned, appear on random loop. Nor is it just the neuroleptic telly, tabloids dragging tattooed winehouse bones round the walls of Camden, nor the new fundamentalisms which deny the senses, the bacchanals, ecstatic flight. But at root, the prickly, nauseous fear of peering in the pits, there, like harrowed sows and metal crates, our souls are pressed, whilst piglets wade through blood and shit with amputated teeth. That's Helen.
That's brilliant. Really, really good. Thank you so much, Lesley. And Helen, so can we have a look at her book again?
Sure. Do you want me to? Right, I'm going to say it in Italian. Intatto eco poesia. It's intact eco poetry. Right, I'm going to put the tip. I'm going to say it again. You want to take a wee? Right, well, put it up closer, back.
Yeah, I can.
Up here.
Yep.
Is that better?
So was that actually in English and Italian?
Yeah, there's Italian writers in there as well. I could read it in Italian, but that's maybe for another night. But it's an amazing book. But it's also a beautifully produced book. I want to just show you this. one of the images. I don't know if you'll be able to get it. This is one of the plates. I mean, they're just
beautiful.
they're beautiful. They're really, it's a beautiful book.
Gosh, I can't wait to visit Italy again. I'd love to visit Italy again.
Oh,
yeah.
I miss it so much.
Oh.
Can I also point out the cost of this in Italy? It's €13. I mean, I doubt if you'd be able to sell a book, a poetry book here for £13. It's about that equivalent, isn't it?
Mm.
They value the poetry, you know.
Oh.
Anyway.
Bring back travel soon, you know, for the arts as well, because I think traveling and observing makes better poetry as well. So let's start. I hope we can travel quite soon. And then talking about traveling, I'm going to read from our national master, Jackie Kay, because it was one night, Lesley, we were out. I'm sure we were out together to see Jackie Kay.
Yeah.
She signed this book. Sorry, just get that. Signed this book as well, the Empathetic Store. So I'm going to read a couple of poems from Jackie Kay. It gives me great honour to read this tonight. As I say, you don't realise how many events you've actually gone to, and all the. I've got lots and lots of books with you know, signed copies of books, and they're so valuable, they're so precious, you know. And this is actually by Mariscat Books, this one. So Jackie Kay, I'll just let you know a little bit about Jackie Kay. She was born and brought up in Scotland. The adoption papers, Blood Axe won the Forward Prize, a Saltire Prize, and a Scottish Art Council Prize. She's also written. She also writes for children as well, and she is still our current national Scottish macker. So I really like this book, and I like this poem, the first one in the book actually, and it's called The Imaginary Road. I love this one because I'm full of imagery. I like poems that are full of imagery as well, and this one certainly has. If you can picture yourself on the road, the one that exists in your mind, if you can walk those steps again, you'll be surprised at what you find. The road that was in your head has already found you walking when you looked up ahead. It was your footsteps waiting. Then you heard the song of the road under the dirt and the dust, heard the song of the Delta Blue, and found a song you already knew. You were humming it. It went like this. There are roads there in the beginning, roads that take us to the end, roads we can't help loving, the dips, turns, and bends. Whether it is gravel or old stone, a dust track, dirt or blues, your life travels the roads, the familiar and the strange. There's something about you now, small figure walking the track, growing into the distance, avoiding the dips and cracks. Trying not to look back, the road that was in your head, the road that was in your head is already up ahead. The road that was your friend will be waiting in the end. It will hold out a helping hand as you draw your line in the sand. So this is the Empathetic Store by Jackie Kay. That was the first poem in the book, and I can maybe just find one more. I think there was a shorter one that was really nice as well. And it's called, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, This one, it's on page 29, Our Donish Dark. Even in the dark on the road back from Lochonline, scanning the road for wildcats and young deer, passing place signs illuminated by your own headlights, generations of pines huddled close in the dark. Even in the dark, the cattle grid clearing its throat, the single track road and the stag sudden stop. You brake, the stag turns back halfway up the hill, throws a long stare, a thank you into the dark. Even in the dark, the profound, no-nonsense dark, you pass the green and the blue bins, your sign, for turning right down the track to Artonish Estate, and it's late when you close your curtains in the dark. Even in the dark, my friend, the river ran rushing to the deep over the moss and the rocks and the years, downbeat, upbeat, and under the small bridges you find, to your surprise, you've lost all your fear. Yeah, it's okay. So sorry, Lesley, if you could just unmute yourself. Unmute. Thank you. Yeah, that's basically. Yeah, I was. Both poems are actually about finding your way on a road, taking the right road, and losing that fear. Because once you've accomplished something, isn't it a strange feeling? Once you've accomplished something, you have less fear. It's the fear of actually doing something, you know, an ambition that you've had or something you want to do. It's that fear. So that's
true. It's true.
Do you want to read do you have your own poem, Lesley, you can read?
No, I haven't got anything with me here. But can I read another one from here, from one of the Italian? I won't read in Italian, I'll read in English.
Please do.
This is a collection of eco-poetry, and this is Massimo D'Arcangelo who's writing, and it's called My Eyes Can Breathe. And it kind of links in with the road thing that you were talking about. The cement blocks stacked by the construction sites are covered in snow today. My eyes can breathe. I linger a minute by the window and observe. I'd never seen the immaculate countryside before. For years here, all's been left to sprawling indifference. The abandoned machines that line the fence are covered in rust, home to stray dogs. The fields otherworldly, sucked dry by burnt motor oil. I linger for a minute by the window and absorb the snow's clarity. It's night. I see only trees. My eyes can breathe. I think that's what's been happening to us just now, isn't it? We're becoming more observant around ourselves. You know, we're actually, you know, almost being mindful about our environments.
Yeah, mindfulness. Yeah, you're. That's what seems to happen. You seem to, you know, observe nature a lot more, and look at the colour of flowers and see how many birds are in the tree. We used to. Excuse me, we used to do that a lot when we were young.
Yeah.
You know, when we were young, we used to seem to have all the time in the world to observe nature, and now all that's coming back again. And I hope we don't actually lose that. I hope we don't lose that you know, that space.
You're right. The thing I'm noticing just now is the return of noise. Just ambient noise round about me, and it's drowning out like birdsong that I could hear. You know, and it's almost like a grieving for that, you know, because it was lovely really to, it was, and I really found that was, well, it helped me to get through things, to be perfectly honest. No, to be in lockdown, the fact that I could go out into my garden and was surrounded by nature.
I mean, I think it does. It does definitely. Thank goodness for nature. It does really help. I mean, we've got a small garden, and I really appreciate it. You know, some people don't have that garden, and I'm so glad that people can go out and about more, go to parks and
Yes.
walk around nature. I mean, I love nature so much. Blair, do you have any more poems to read for us tonight?
No,
that was it.
That was
Well,
it.
that was really good. You enjoyed that. I think Nicole has had to leave, and so thank you so much tonight. Thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We enjoyed. It is nice actually reading other people's poetry, isn't it? I love it. I really do. You know, instead of just reading your own, it's lovely. I was really getting into reading these poems. I hope that continues, and we'll choose other people that we admire, and hope we continue that next week and the weeks after, because we're hoping to carry on this maybe till about October or so. I don't know if we'll be back in live venues, but we've had quite a good laugh. We've enjoyed it so far.
Can I just say that I mean I've been sort of linking up with groups that normally would occur in a specific venue, but because they're online, other people from around Scotland are being able to take part. And that's been the joy of being able to do things online. You know, if you go to an event, it's often quite local, you know, but it's just lovely, you know, meeting up with other people online.
Well, you know, I really agree with you, because, you know, you might, you know, we were listening to Shetlandic poets the other day. I mean, that was just, you know, and so you might not have had the opportunity, they might not have been able to travel to an event. So yes, in that way, I do believe that these events will continue, and I hope they do, because, you know, all corners of the country, people, as you say, Lesley, can come together, people that you would normally not hear. So
yes, very much.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Blair. Bye.
Bye.